Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we're gonna do another makeup inspired by flowers video. And I'm just gonna geek out over this flower eternally because I think I actually brought it up in last week's video. This is my favorite, like one of my absolute favorites. It's stunning and I'm so excited. So the flower that we're gonna be inspired by this week is a King Protea. A King Protea. Look at this thing. Look at it. It takes up like the entire space of my head in the frame. It's absolutely stunning. Look at this freaking flower. So we're gonna do some makeup inspired by this insanely stunning, spectacular flower. So if you guys are interested in that, then continue watching. So I actually really liked the way that we did it last week, where we basically like looked up the flower that I was working with and discovered that it was poisonous and toxic. So I think, not that I want to discover that this is poisonous and toxic, but I do like the idea of having this flower, being inspired by it, and like doing some makeup inspired by the colors and stuff. But I also really liked looking stuff up about the flower and kind of learning about it because I had no idea that those flowers were toxic. If you hadn't watched that video yet, you can go watch it now. I'll try to put a link to it down in the description or up top. Last week's flower was delphiniums. So I really liked looking it up, so I'm gonna look it up again. We're gonna do the facts portion of this video. So the King Protea is a flowering plant. It is a distinctive member of Protea, no kidding, having the largest flower head in the, so do you say genus? Is that how you say that? The species is also known as Giant Protea, Honeypot, or King Sugarbush. Oh shit. The King Protea is the national flower of South Africa. This list of facts, like I'm skimming some like lists of facts about Protea. I don't know like how true some of these are, but this says obviously they come in like different colors, but this one says that they'll also come in gold. Gold Protea, please, thank you. Protea cineroides. Doesn't sound good. Sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. Is adapted to survive wildfires by its thick underground stem, which contains many dormant buds. These will produce the new growth after the fire. That's pretty cool. Can you eat King Protea? Leaves of King Protea can be consumed in the form of tea. Oh, and they have a long vase life. That's nice. Okay. Protea's flowers, its nectar, and the seeds are very poisonous to human beings, dogs, and cats. In fact, all parts of this plant can cause irritation on the skin and pain in the mouth and tongue if they are consumed. So maybe don't make tea out of it. I have no idea. Proteas are named after the Greek mythology god Proteus. Correct me if I'm saying that name wrong. But Proteus, who can change its form as there are many different looking types of Proteas. That's pretty cool. It was named after a Greek mythology god. That's amazing. So I looked up gold Protea because I was really curious, and the only thing that I found was, I think these are, yeah, they're called pincushion Protea. And let me just show you. How genius of a name is that for these? It literally does look like a pincushion. But yeah, this is the only thing that popped up when I looked up gold Protea. So I guess it's just a yellow, like, pincushion Protea. Proteus, that Greek god we were talking about a second ago, according to myths, is the son of Poseidon and is believed to be a shapeshifter. I think it's so cool that these flowers, like, are just survivors. Like, they'll just survive a wildfire. So the meaning of Protea: diversity, courage, daring, transformation, incredible. Okay, we're gonna get started. I think I've given you enough facts. We know that this thing is incredible. I think that's what we've figured out here, is that this is just spectacular. So like I said, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna pull my mirror in. I'm gonna pull you guys closer, maybe not as close as last week, because when I was editing, I was like, wow, you guys are really close to my face. But yeah, we're gonna get started. You know what I didn't even bring up, you guys? Did you even see my background? I'm sure you did notice it. I made this. If you watched my vlog yesterday, you will have seen us make it. Sean and I made it together, and I love it. I missed the flowers that we had up top, so I added my own thing that I made. So anyway, that's the new background. Okay, so since this thing isn't giving off toxic chemicals or anything like that, I can keep it in here this time and reference it directly. So I feel like I didn't give you guys a close-up shot of the center of this. Look at just, there's no words. There's absolutely no words. I don't even know what to say. Stunning, amazing, beautiful, perfect. That's what it looks like. And I was reading also that, you know, it's called King Protea because the spikes, or not, they're not spikes, like I guess the petals, I guess, are reminiscent of a crown. So freaking cool. I just wanted to make sure I gave you guys a good close-up of this flower. So yeah, we can reference it directly right in front of my eyeballs. All right, so just like last time, I'm going to prep my lids with the MAC paint pot in soft ochre. Okay, lids are prepped. I have an idea for this. I don't know if it's gonna work. I do not know. But if it did, it would look really cool. So since this thing is just, I keep saying spiky, but I hope you guys know what I mean. Just like the petals are just spikes. I want to do like spike, spike, spike. Would that look dumb, do you think? Or should I just do like one spike? Because I consider just doing one spike, but then that would just look like regular eyeliner, right? Like just a eyeliner wing. All right, I think what I'm gonna do, because makeup is makeup, we can wipe it off. I have makeup wipies. So I think I'm gonna go for the 3 spikes. So one little one, a medium one, and then a big one going out. And I just wanna see what that looks like. Okay, so I think I'm gonna dip into this color right here. I think this is like the closest match I have to the very like bright peachy pink reddish color that those spikes are. And this is from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I think this is the volume 2 one. And I'm gonna start by trying to form those like spikes. Okay, what do you guys think of the line? I honestly kind of love it. I'm not gonna lie at all. I love it. I'm gonna leave it. I'm just gonna fix it up a bit, but I do love it. I'm also going to be filling it in. I do want to fade the very tips of it because some of the tips of these go into like a sort of burgundy color. So I do want to fade it into like a burgundy color right on the tips, but I am going to fill it in and then we'll blend. Shut up. Honestly, I personally, if we weren't doing this video, I could leave this like this and absolutely love it. I feel like this is so cool looking. The petals kind of fade into this like yellowy, like lime green color, but I wanted to save the lime green shade that I have for like the very center of it. You'll see lime green right in here. But what I'm talking about is like how this like pinkish peach color fades into this. So I think I want the whole thing to obviously blend together. And I eventually wanted to blend into a green. So I think I am gonna dip into, I don't know, maybe, I do have a yellow in this Jaclyn Hill palette. So maybe I'll use that just very lightly. I don't know, you guys, that looks pretty cool. I know it kind of looks like flames right now, sort of, but I think once we get the green in there, I think it's gonna start tying together. So I am, oh, by the way, the yellows, I didn't even show you. So the yellow color that I used was also from the Jaclyn Hill palette. It is this one, it's called No Joke, and I also mixed it with some of this white shade up here, it's called Certified. So now I'm gonna dip into, literally, I think it's like one of my favorite eyeshadow shades like of all time. It's from the Lizzie McGuire X ColourPop palette. It's just, I use it for everything. It's this bright green color. It's gonna be perfect. It's literally that color that's in the center. All right, so I'm gonna dip into more of like a burgundy color. I think I'm gonna go in with this one, also from the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's called Oh Hello. And I'm just gonna blend a little bit of that on the very tip. Okay, made a minor change. So I did go in with a little bit of that MAC paint pot again, and I basically just like cut the crease right over the green that I had put down because I feel like it just, that line was, it was all blended together, and I decided that I wanted it to be a little more like defined, and it made the green like a lot brighter since it was, you know, being put over top something that's wet. I think that looks pretty good. So I think what I'm gonna do is obviously it needs some tweaks, and I think I'm gonna go in with like some concealer, maybe the paint pot or something, like clean up the edges and make them really sharp. But I think what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna do a few of these spikes, a lot smaller, but I'm gonna do a few of these spikes on my lower lash line on that outer corner. I feel like that's gonna look pretty cool. So we're gonna get started on doing that. Wish me luck. All right, I'm sorry, but how cool does that look? I feel like that looks, in person, it looks really cool. So hopefully it doesn't look dumb on camera. I can't quite see them in the viewfinder, but then again, the viewfinder is pretty small. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I feel like it looks really cool with my eye closed. It almost looks like my eye is just like on fire. But I kind of love it. I feel like it's really cool looking. So I'll probably go off camera now and maybe clean up some of the edges and stuff and like make it a little more crisp, a little more sharp. And then I think I'll come back to you guys, and then we're gonna draw some eyeliner. I'm just gonna use like some liquid black eyeliner and put it right where the green meets like the pink and the orange. But I'm gonna clean up the edges really quick, so I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and hopefully my edges look a little bit more crisp. So this is what it's looking like. So I'm gonna go in with this eyeliner. This is the KVD Dagger Tattoo Liner. Okay, so here we are with what I feel like is pretty cool. So I think what I want to do is put a little bit more of this MAC paint pot on like my inner corner here, and then I want to do some kind of like white highlight on my inner corner because the center of this, like right around here, yeah, I guess it's just like a whitish color. So I want to do the very inner corner of my eyes with some kind of sun. I think I'm gonna use the like champagne-y color from this Lizzie McGuire palette. It's called Bye Bye. And then I'm gonna take that champagne color on my finger and I'm just gonna pack that right in there. Ooh, pretty. Obviously we're gonna have lashes on, so I think that's gonna like kind of cover the center, so maybe I don't need to. So I was thinking like the center has so much texture, but maybe my lashes will maybe give the texture of like the little things that stick up in the center. So I'm gonna go off camera and do my other eye, so I'll be right back. Okay, so we have both eyes on, both eyes matching up to, you know, each other. It's not a finished look yet, obviously. But yeah, hold on. Like, I don't know, I feel like it looks pretty good. So I was thinking like the green section on like the center of my lid is obviously pretty plain compared to the center of the flower, which is very textured. But I'm thinking that if I put on some lashes and mascara, I feel like the lashes will act as like the little kind of black spikies that are in like the center of it. Not the very center, but like the outer ring of it. It has like these little spiky things that have some black in them. So I feel like if I put on lashes, they'll sort of go up and cover parts of the green. And I think that'll, I don't know, to me that'll add the texture that I'm looking for, like the little black spikes over the green. I think that'll do it. I'm gonna go off camera again. I'm gonna put on some lashes and I will come to you with the final look. All right, you guys, I'm back. This is our final look inspired by King Protea, so I love it. It's definitely pretty wild, but I love it. So let me know what you guys think of my look inspired by this King Protea. I feel like next to it, I mean, maybe like the colors are a little bit different, but I feel like it looks so good. So you guys are gonna definitely have to let me know in the comments what you think of my look inspired by this flower. So besides like a ton of texture being missing, I do think it looks really cool and pretty close. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure you give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram. It is at Artsymadwoman. I love you guys to absolute death. And I will see you in the next video. Oh, I was late on that video. Goodbye. By its thick underground sets. Okay, so okay, so I'm going to. Where's my train of thought? Please catch up. So, oh no, this is gonna be scary. Nervous. And they, you know, they'll go up and around. Blah blah blah. I am a flower. Bum, 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 bum. So there's two blues right here, and that's a problem, isn't it? Isn't it? Somebody help me!